everyone, it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal chart analysis, and today I'll be doing one on Olivia Newton. I'll be speaking on her personality traits, her characteristic traits, how a lot of the success she's garnered is targeted through her natal chart. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Also, please make sure you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you share this video with everyone you know, from your friends, your family members, your enemies, anyone in general who really does support this channel, loves Olivia, or just really loves this content. Olivia Newton-John was born on September 26, 1948, so this qualifies her to be a Libra. And with this placement, she may find herself motivated by needing to take action around principles of fairness, justice, and equality. So since Libra symbolized by the scales, they're the type of people who love to think of the law, peace, social interaction, and they're a cardinal sign, so you know they're the types of people who love to take action. They're also people who are very graceful and they love to treat everyone equally. There are people who are very magnetic and are known for being very social and charming. As she has passed away, a lot of people have come out and talked about how good of a person she was, how charming she was, and how magnetic she was as a person. So this really did describe her as a human being. Next up is her moon in Cancer. And with this placement, she tends to be someone who's very emotional. And this is actually a very great placement for anyone to have moon in. Either Taurus or Cancer, it's very comfortable in the moon section, so she's able to express her emotions as to how she feels. She may be also sensitive. She may be also very intuitive because Cancer is a water sign, and water signs do tend to be intuitive. She tends to be someone who's very caring and loves to care for others. She's someone who's very committed as to what she wants in life. She's also someone who's very protective, and that is something that comes with Cancer placements. They are protective of their loved ones or family members or friends. They're very nurturing. That's another trait of Cancers. She does have a great memory. She's a very touchy person, and she just loves to have fun with people around her as well. Next up is her Mercury in Libra, and it's great that she has her Sun and Mercury in the same sign because she'll be able to express her thoughts on things a lot clearer and a lot better. By having this placement, she tends to be an effective orator of all the signs, so when she speaks, a lot of people love to listen, and she's able to speak in a way that other people just want to know more about what she's speaking on. She sounds and is very intelligent about what she's speaking on, so other people tend to recognize her beautiful voice and just want to listen to it. She's someone who may have a soft voice. She's a person that has a harmonious way of speaking. She's verbally eloquent. She's gentle and diplomatic. She may be indecisive at times, but she's very assertive, but not in a harsh way. She has a certain elegance about her. She's legal-minded. She's very enthusiastic, and she is someone who can see all sides of an issue. Next up is her Venus in Leo, and with this placement, she tends to be someone who's very loving, very generous, very expressive, very playful, and very spontaneous. She's someone who likes to brag about her relationship. She's someone who loves to be courted and to feel very special. She's very loyal, but she still does like attention from others. She may be a flirt, but does not want her partner to flirt. She may be someone who loves to be in a settled relationship. Sometimes she does have a difficult time separating love from intimacy. She can be forgetful of her partner's needs and feelings, but she is also the type of person that will hang on to a relationship because of her loyalty. She's someone who will easily forgive and she will follow her heart, and she's attracted to very colorful and very fun people in her relationship. Next up is her Mars in Scorpio, which is a great placement because Mars is ruled by Scorpio as well. So she tends to be very ambitious, very diligent, and she's someone who is very argumentative as well. However, it's not in a very bad way, it's just in a fun way. So the ambition is always there, that's her drive, and she tends to be very diligent in what she wants to do. She's the type of person who has very transformative energy. She does have a regenerative impulse, so the transformation makes sense because Scorpio is also ruled by Pluto, and that's the planet of transforming, being different. She is someone who has a mysterious force. She's very powerful and is very courageous. She does have a huge ambition. She's very magnetic, and she's the type of person who's very private and loves to do things by herself, which makes sense because Scorpio placements tend to have that secrecy. Next up is her Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is actually a great placement because it is also ruled by Jupiter. So she tends to be someone who's very independent and has a sincerity in her. So that independence just makes so much sense because Sagittarius placements love to be independent. And she's a very sincere person. She's also someone who would use her enthusiasm and optimistic outlook on life to attract good fortune. That's something that is common with Sagittarius placement because they are very optimistic and they always try their best to be enthusiastic and optimistic, to know that everything's going to come their way. They deserve anything that comes their way. And they're also the type of people who wants a career that aligns with her heart. Success is abundant for her when that happens. She's also the type of person that loves to turn her ideas into reality, and this is what brings her a lot of luck as well. Next up is her Saturn in Virgo, and with this placement she tends to be very perfectionist and likes to focus on the little things and facts and figures, which is very beneficial because it will help her be able to look at things in a way that is understandable. She will make sure that she looks at different facets that other people may not look at, and this can also help her with her success as well because she'll be able to know what to do and what not to do. Something that someone else would miss in regards to business, she wouldn't miss because of her perfectionist attitude and personality, and also being able to figure out facts and figures. She's also someone who loves to be very much looking into things that are important. She's very intelligent and practical, and this is something that is very important and beneficial to her as well. Next up is her Uranus in Cancer, and with this placement she tends to react to things stronger than others, and she does this because she does need constant reassurance. So she's the type of person who wants to know that everyone around her or anyone who's close to her really loves her and really cares for her. So she is someone who needs that reassurance in relationships. So if you are in a relationship with someone with this placement, it's not really something that they want to do, it's just something that they feel as though they need to do. Being able to have a strong relationship with others, they just need to know that you're always going to love them, always going to be there for them. So even though it may seem like a nag or sound like a nag to you, they really do love you and they just want to make you happy, and they just want to know that they're making you happy as well. So even though it can be an interesting placement, but it can work out for your good. Next up is her Neptune in Libra. So this gives her her third placement in Libra, which gives her a stellium in Libra. And with this placement, she tends to have the main goal of eliminating confusion and coming up with a viable answer that suits everyone. So she is the type of person that wants that harmony and that happiness with everyone. She wants to make sure that everyone's satisfied and happy. So just like Libras will do, they want to make sure that everything's balanced, and they want to make sure that everyone is very proud and that no one is sad or left out or upset by her responses, because it will all suit everyone who's listening to her. She's also someone who loves to do things like open marriages, living together before having marriages. She is a part of that generation who think differently about marriages and will try her best to make sure that everyone is heard in regards to different topics. Next up is her Pluto in Leo. And since she was born between 1939 and 1957, she is a part of the baby boomer generation. So she tends to be noticed and appreciated to shine. And she loves individuality and love creative expressions. She's someone who has a lot of national pride, someone who thinks about big business, and someone who loves to make sure that everything around them is good and is okay. So this is a placement that really explains her music, explains who she is as a person, and it just gives a lot into this generation, how they love to do things that are different and just love to be the center of attention, and they are the type to be very much national pride-ish, and they just love to have entire relationships and having fun and being their individual person. Next up is her North Node in Taurus, and with this placement, she would have needed to develop these attributes in order for her to uncover her hidden gifts and talents. So first things first would be loyalty, awareness of boundaries, taking things one step at a time, a sense of self-worth, awareness of personal values, having patience, honoring expressed needs of self and others, enjoying the 5 physical senses, having gratitude, awareness of nurturing from Mother Earth, forgiveness, having persistence. And even though Olivia has passed away, I really do believe that she was able to develop these attributes because she was able to live a pretty long life, and she was also able to do a lot of the things she wanted to do in life, and that was necessary because she was able to develop these attributes. Next up is her Chiron in Scorpio. And with this placement, she can have a lot of wounds in regards to this placement. So she can have the fear or the wound of death or dying because maybe someone very close to her or maybe a family member passed away when she was younger, and that experience or that circumstance really gave her a negative view on death. And also, she could have the wound of not wanting to have a lot of emotional experiences because it's something that can be triggered by the death as well. It could trickle down from the death, but she doesn't want to have those experiences. So in order for her to have healed that, she did have to realize that death isn't the worst thing. You do have a lot of things after death, and also having emotions is okay. You know, it's not bad for you to have emotions. Next up is her ascendant/rising in Virgo, and with this placement, she tends to very reserved and shy in a new setting. She can appear detached or critical, but she is sensitive to bodily discomfort. She may be a picky eater, but she is a person who's good at pinpointing details. She can be overly worrisome, and she's someone who's attracted to those who need help. She does not like public displays of affection, but she is someone who's very dependable. She's someone who's very logical. She's someone who's very helpful. She's someone who's very neat, very precise. She's very practical, and she's very organized. And she is someone who loves to give advice and help those, especially her loved ones, through her advice. So even though it may seem critical, she is trying to help her family do the best that they can. And last but not least is her midheaven in Gemini, and by her having this placement, she tends to be someone who loves to get into different occupations. In regards to her midheaven, she loves juggling different tasks. She loves finding words that are new. And she's someone who's very great at keeping herself informed. She's someone who's very adaptable, very imaginative, very curious, very quick, and very optimistic. And she's someone who wants to get into something that really stimulates her mind. She's someone who loves to manage everything all at once. And she's someone who loves to do things differently than other people. So she may go into different occupations, or she may keep changing her occupation. So you may not be able to pinpoint her down to one thing, but she's been able to explore different types of careers. That's all I have for you lovelies today in regards to Olivia Newton-John's natal chart. Please let me know down below, did you learn more about her? Did you get a better understanding as to who she is as a person or who she was? And please let me know down below also who else you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on. Last but not least, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. Also hit that like button, and last but not least, share this video with everyone you know. And if you have not yet followed me on my social media accounts, then please make sure you do so for my Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. And also please make sure you support my Etsy store, and lastly my PayPal. Email link down below. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye lovelies.